Before we jump back into the Princess series, we've squeezed in this bonus comparison of Ambassador Ambience and Fred Olsen's Bolette, because we know a lot of you love the UK smaller ships too. So we check out an outside cabin and a suite on both ships. First up, we check out an outside cabin on Bolette. It's a comfortable space, traditionally styled with everything you need for a short cruise, plenty of storage and really cosy beds. Over an Ambience, this cabin felt brighter and more modern. The layout was better, it was comfortable, functional and ideal for a classic cruise experience. And now to check out the Premier Suite on Bolette. This cabin was an absolute wow. We loved this cabin. It felt so spacious with a separate seating area and a walk-in wardrobe before the bathroom. The bathroom though was a little bit of a letdown. It just felt very standard for any standard suite really, with the shower over the bath. Nothing special. Whereas on Ambassador, we preferred this bathroom layout. So as you first go in through the cabin door, there was a toilet and a sink, but you could then shut the door between the bathroom and the shower area to the toilet. So if you had a family, this would be more practical. You could be bathing somebody, you could be bathing a child while somebody else is using the toilet. It also had the walk-in wardrobe area with loads of storage. And this was a lovely area to do your makeup, ladies, or gentlemen. And then as you go into the living room area, it had a double bed. And this was then partitioned. So it was different to Bolette that had the big open space. It was partitioned and it separated the living room to the bedroom area. We preferred the open area. That's just down to preference. So for us, this category was just too close to call. Both ships had positives on all of their cabins. Now to compare the upper decks, the pool areas and the prom decks. This area of Bolette scores it really highly. They've got a retractable roof on a swimming pool, which is phenomenal when you're sailing around the UK. Also has a swimming pool at the back of the ship, and it's quite a good size swimming pool. And if we remember rightly, it was really warm. There's so many different areas with sunbeds. It's a lovely area at the back of the ship, this. And there is a bar at the bottom there. Then you can go even higher. And honestly, we felt when we were walking around here, apart from that gentleman who we'd just gone by, and there was another gentleman a bit further up, we pretty much had this area of the ship to ourselves. And this was a sea day. It was really surprising that you could, on a sea day, get areas like this. And that's the beauty of smaller ships. When you're on the big ships, you very rarely can find spaces and moments like this. We were actually coming today to have a nosy to see if they cranked open the roof, the retractable roof. And as we approached it, we realised they had opened it just a tiny bit. So we have a little nosy inside. And there was people in there swimming and enjoying themselves in there. And here's the main pool area on Ambience. On our sailing, this part of the swimming pool didn't have water in it. That's because we were on a cold cruise. They had a lovely walkway all the way around. You could walk off some of those calories after you'd eaten so well. And at the back of the ship, you had a couple of hot tubs. They had a lot of sunbeds at this part of the ship at the back. It was lovely. I think we get a little bit lower to check it out a bit more, those hot tubs. Yeah, lovely area. Oh, and this is the part of the pool that actually had water in. They made a nice feature there, the water flowing over. This for me is where Bolette excels. The prom deck is beautiful. It is a stunning traditional prom deck. You walk in under the lifeboats. Yeah, really, really loved this area. It's quite nice actually, being in Liverpool there, looking at the Liver building. We were just going to muster. Another amazing part of this ship is the fact that you can go to the very front, to the forecastle. We've never done this on a cruise ship before, so yeah, it was really lovely. There's the bridge, Captain will be up there checking us out. But yeah, we were sailing at this point. We were sailing out of Liverpool. And yeah, we could go to this part of the ship. And then there's a little vantage point a bit higher that overlooks the forecastle. We got some lovely sunset pictures from this point. A quite unusual feature of the prom deck was that these rooms at the side here are cabins, and they open up directly onto the prom deck, and those seating were reserved for them. We came for a stroll one evening after our dinner, just to catch the sunset, and you'll see there are some seating there. They've removed the cushions because it is quite late on, but there are some seats that you can sit on. Ambience also has a lovely prom deck. It feels really traditional. I love these wooden prom decks that have all the deck games on there. Yeah, really lovely. I mentioned it's not a wraparound because earlier in my video when I was filming it, I wasn't sure if it was a wraparound, but unfortunately it's not. That's a River Thames sailing out. Absolutely gorgeous. We come back to this part of the ship and we're on a higher level this time, and we're just taking a stroll around the higher level. It's really nice here. For us, Bolette was the clear winner in this category. The fact that they have a swimming pool with a retractable roof, a beautiful wraparound prom deck, and that forecastle, yeah, it just made Bolette stand out. Next up, we're diving into the restaurants and food. And fair warning, this is going to be the biggest part of the video. Let's face it, we all know that cruising is one big food adventure, right? The main dining room on Bolette is beautiful. The same today, we've gone for the filet mignon. We asked for medium rare. Last night my steak was slightly overcooked, so let's have a look today. Have a look at it.
I would say.
Show it me. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, looks nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think it's going to taste good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Oh, rookie mistake, you pushed it out. We paid for afternoon tea in the observatory one afternoon, and it was really lovely. The atmosphere was gorgeous. They had a gentleman playing a piano. The food was really tasty. The sandwiches and those cakes, they were really, really nice. And of course, an afternoon tea, you have to have scones. But if you didn't want to pay for it, every day in the buffet, they did their own afternoon tea, and it was really lovely. So there's always a good option. I'm sure I have a video on one of my vlogs, so if you want to go and check it out, you can do. Everyone loves a nosy at the buffet, and it was really good on this ship. It was really good on Bolette. Those ribs, my husband loved those ribs. They're really nice. This is my favourite section because if there's a curry on board, I'm always going to have the curry. Then you had like vegetables and fish, and I think round the corner was some chicken. Yeah, so you can make yourself a little roast if you wanted a roast. There was some roast potatoes around the other side, but this was one of David's favourite sections here. They used to make this fresh for you. It was like a beef and vegetable stir fry station. Absolutely amazing. I always love a good cooked meats and salad section. So they had some salads already made up, and you could just pick those up yourself. They was already plated. But if you wanted anything made to order, they would do it themselves. So we like this. The desserts are always a star of the show, aren't they? Especially the hot dessert when you can have it with custard. Absolutely lovely. And it smells delicious. Enjoy. I think I'm going to go and get some chicken tikka masala. Chicken tikka masala and some rice. There was so much choice, I had no clue what to get. But look at a big piece of salmon, that.
I like salmon.
Lots of good hollandaise sauce. You love a hollandaise sauce, don't you? We had a couple of lunches in the main dining room, which was really nice for a change, instead of fighting at the buffet.
We've got homemade
Fish fingers and chips, absolutely gorgeous. And then another day I had a nice salmon salad. And then David ordered sausage and mash, and it was massive. Even had onion rings on the top. Yeah, he loved that. We decided then to stroll through the buffet, and then just came out across this. I mean, look at it. Amazing. This is Colours and Taste, a speciality restaurant. It only costs £10.
They sound nice, crispy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This was our favourite of the two specialities on board Bolette. Yeah, it was a really lovely meal, this one. And this is the other speciality on board Bolette. It's called Vasco. It's part of the buffet area that they section off. The starters were fantastic. Sadly though, with the mains I made the wrong choice. That was just not that nice really, to be honest. All of these were gorgeous. That dal was really nice. The Bombay potatoes. The spicy rice at the bottom was nice. Yeah, all of those were nice. And David had a fish curry and he enjoyed the fish curry. So maybe I just made the wrong choice.
Of pastries. They look good.
I've gone healthy today and just
cooked. Oh no, that doesn't look runny. Oh, it's a little bit runny.
lovely seating. So there's lots of dessert. Hi. Hello. I got a salad station. Hi. Oh, cheese, look at that cheese. Looks amazing. And bread. Here. Oh, you've got, looks like it's got curry. Cottage pie. And over here. Hi, okay? Oh, pasta, looking good. And garlic bread. Can't beat pasta and garlic bread. What's over there? Oh, is that like a bar area maybe? You got... Yeah. Oh, I got a roast dinner. Looks very nice. Different salads. I'm not sure what's in here. There's so many options. Soups. Different breads. And then fruit. So I fancied a salad, but I did want a bit of the roast meat included. David's gone a little bit more oriental.
With a bit horseradish on the side.
Oh no, I ate horseradish.
It's very nice.
I don't really need to film you eating that.
No, you don't have to film me eating it, but you know I've got that.
You know you'll like it. Like herbed, nice potato, vegetables. I don't know what that orange is. I'm assuming it's some sort of like carrot puree of some sort. David's got pork belly, which looks quite good as well.
No, very for somebody my age.
It is. No, you shouldn't. But you don't have it at home, so enjoy. On this day, the buffet breakfast was so busy. I went and got a table and got the drinks in, and David went and got a big, massive plate of food. And we just shared it, got some like a bread muffin, and we just made sandwiches. It was lovely. Today, so my appetizer is a classic prawn cocktail. You enjoyed your duck as well, didn't you? My prawn cocktail was nice. So I've got lamb and mashed potato, which absolutely, look at the size of that. Yes please, just a little bit. Get my mint sauce.
Horseradish for you? Yes, a little bit please.
Got my mint sauce. Look at the size of that. That looks good. David's got tenderloin of beef, is it? I've got
some of the baked Alaska. Brought out a little plate of little things. And Davy's got a cheese plate.
So this is saffron speciality. My starter was amazing. David had fish and prawns, so we just swapped it around a little bit, shared it. The rice was lovely. I then had, I think it was a lamb curry, or they give you naan bread. That lamb curry was delicious. And David went for a butter chicken. And I'm pretty sure, oh, Papa Dom's over there, I'm pretty sure this cost about £16.95 a person. Absolute bargain. So for us, Bolette just edged it when it came to the main dining and the buffet. That's not to say there's anything wrong with those venues at Ambience, just that Bolette's was slightly better. When it came to the best speciality dining, saffron and Ambience. Wow, that's one of the best curries we've ever had at sea. I thought I'd do a section on ship atmosphere. What do the ships feel like? So this clock was a little bit divisive with me and David. I thought it was a bit ugly before I got on board, but once on board, I liked it. It's just a bit quirky. And this room, the botanical room, absolutely beautiful. The camera's not really picking it up here, it's a little bit dark, but yeah, it was a really lovely room. There were often people just sat in here, reading books, looking out the windows. Yeah, stunning room. This next room, I think it was called the Oriental room. Absolutely gorgeous. It was a tea room. So often me and David would spend an hour or two in an afternoon having a cup of tea, reading a book. Yeah, if we'd been out on shore, because we'd been to Scotland and it was a little bit cold, we used to come back. First thing we wanted was a cup of tea. See David with a book on his lap there. So we'd often just sit here and read a book. Yeah, it was a lovely, lovely, elegant room. Now let's take a look at Ambience. So we got on board Ambience before all the other passengers, just to film a few things while it was quiet. This room was called the Purple Turtle. It was a great venue, this one. It had quizzes in here and a brilliant singer one night. So yeah, this was a great venue. This was very similar to the botanical room on Fred Olsen. This was a really lovely room. They did quizzes in here as well. And this was like a piano bar, had a lovely atmosphere. It's a really elegant ship. This is another category where I can't pick a winner. Next category, entertainment and activities. This venue was probably mine and David's go-to venue every evening after we had a meal. It was the observatory. I think this was karaoke or something like that was happening. I like to just sit by and watch, have a few drinks at the bar. So David had got himself a nice cocktail here and we were just watching people sing and have a good time. This was another good venue as well. They often had live singers in here. So these were actually the guys who perform in the theatre and they came and did a jazz night. So this was a really cool night. It was really good. These guys were really good. You find them popping up around the ship all the time in the bars. They're in the observatory quite a lot. And here's the theatre. So we used to go and see a show nearly every night. And then this was really good. We had a martini experience one night. So it was an extra cost, but it was really good fun. We learned how to make different martinis and we may have drank a few of them. This was clever. Yeah, really good night. I'm just having to talk over this little section. The Botanical Lounge used to have live violinist in an evening. It was so lovely in there. We also loved the theatre. I loved the stage and the fact that the stage comes out right into the audience. We used to get there nice and early with a drink and wait for the show. Also had an observatory on Ambience and they have the obligatory silent disco. Everyone seems to get involved and love it. It's a great venue up here. It was always packed every night, the observatory. It seemed to be the place to go in an evening. And I just got a little bit of a show one night. Due to copyright, I couldn't really do the sound of the show, but it just gave people a feel of what the show was like. And they had some really good quality singers. And yeah, this was like a Les Miserables type show. Really good. I think I'm going to leave you to choose a winner in this category. It's impossible for us to choose. We don't know what people like. We love the entertainment on both ships. So here's a little bit of bonus footage regarding the thermal suite on Bolette. I had to film this. I can't really do a comparison because we never went to the spa on Ambience. But yeah, we really do need to show you this place. It was brilliant. Really good for the price. So if any of you guys have been to the Green Sea Spa on Ambience, please, if you can leave a note in the comments and let other people know what this spa is like. I just thought I'd show you what we paid for both of these cruises. Now, it's not a like for like because we was on Fred Olsen to Scotland for 5 nights. So the base price we paid was $1,598 and it was a complimentary drinks package, but it was quite limited. So on top of this, we paid an extra £227.50. And this covered things like premium drinks, and also we went to the thermal spa twice, and we went to the specialities twice, which was £10 a person. So the total we paid for the cruise is £1,825 and parking on top. Now let's check out Ambassador. So we were on Ambience for 3 nights to Amsterdam, and it cost us £627 for the first adult and £401 for the second adult. And this is showing the parking for £45. You can see we got a free expedition package, so that's a drinks package on that. But it's also worth noting that this price was for an ocean view cabin, whereas on Fred Olsen, we were on an inside cabin. Now I have a blue light card which knocked 10% off. So the total price we paid was £970.20, and this was including the parking. So like I say, it's tough to really compare them because it's not like for like. The durations were different, the destinations was different, and they were in different cabin types. But I think it's probably true to say that Bolette and Fred Olsen in general is a higher price, but the ships do have better features, whereas Ambience is a lower price and great value. Me and David thoroughly enjoyed our cruises on both of these ships, and we wouldn't hesitate to cruise with any of them again. Hopefully, this video has given you a bit of an idea as to which ship is better for you.